Come in. Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you.
You too.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
So how did you like the conference?
Oh, it was great. I actually stayed for the whole time, which was a first for me.
Oh yeah, I did as well. Oh, my salespeople loved it. I came home and told them everything about what I had learned.
Oh, nice.
It was great.
Well, before we get started, I just want to hand you my card.
Okay, perfect.
And I just
Great.
want to make sure, is it just going to be you at the meeting today?
It is, yes. Nobody else is coming in today.
Perfect. So I know we talked about at the conference the troubles that you're experiencing right now with the current CRM system that you have. There's lack of communication between different departments, and I know that there's false information inside the CRM system, and the CRM system could be the cause of that. And I just know there's a lot of trouble happening because of the CRM system. Is that right?
Yes, that's definitely right.
All right, perfect. So I planned out a little agenda today. So first we're just going to start and learn more about the American Pipe Construction Company. And I've done some research and I've reached out to some people, but there's just some numbers I couldn't get a hold of. So if we could just talk about that. And then I'm going to go over the needs and the benefits that would be beneficial for your company. After learning about your needs, I'll know more about what would go with your company. And then if we have time, I want to do a demo of Salesforce and just to give you a little hands-on experience about what Salesforce is capable of. And then if we have time, we can ask questions or talk about anything else you need. I know we're on a short time right now, so 20 minutes, is that right?
Yeah, that sounds great. I actually have to catch a flight after this, so
all right, perfect.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, so first I just want to start by asking a few questions. So as of right now, you're still operating around 99 salespeople?
Let me think about that. So we have about 11 districts, and I want to say 5 salespeople per district with 4. Yes, 99 sounds about right.
Okay, and then with your growth, are you expecting to accumulate more sales representatives?
We are, yes. As we continue to grow, we've experienced a lot of growth in the last little bit, so we're hoping to kind of continue that with our sales reps and expand that as well.
Nice. So I'm going to take some notes while I'm asking these questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I would actually love to take notes as well, so that'd be perfect.
So we're talking about the sales representatives, and there's a lot of them within your company. So what's the problem happening within the sales, like with the CRM system, strictly talking about the sales representatives?
Sure. So with our sales representatives, what we're kind of seeing, the CRM system we have now, it's very out of date.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of lack of communication between departments. So, some of our sales reps, it's not very efficient to put the information in at any time. So they're not putting information in.
Yeah.
When they do, sometimes it's not even correct, and which might just be a flaw on their part. But I really want a system that is able to kind of keep up and not be so complex to maneuver through.
Oh yeah.
So we're having a lot of kind of behind the scenes issues. It's causing a lot of miscommunication internally and externally, as I talked about, and it's just causing us issues with our customer relationship as well.
Yes, I can see how that could cause some issues. So I've seen that I did some research and I saw that y'all are growing, and that's really awesome. So with the current CRM system that you have, is it hindering you in any ways, or would you say it's helping you?
Oh, it's absolutely hindering us. So, kind of like I said, the salespeople, when they are out and about, they aren't inputting the correct data. So, when they are sitting down with clients, they don't have the correct data available for, just reach immediately, which is definitely kind of creating some issues with clients. So it's just not sustainable for the amount of growth that we are experiencing. Yeah, so for sure.
So when you talk about the incorrect data in the system, what are you referring to? Is it the customer's location, the appointments? What specifically?
It's absolutely all of the above. Especially in appointments, we've experienced a lot of issues with. Somebody will put in an incorrect appointment, or an incorrect location of an appointment, and so the client shows up and no one's there, and it just looks very bad on not only the sales rep but also the company in general. So we've experienced a lot of difficulties in that area.
Oh, I feel like that would be very challenging, because I saw that you focus on customer satisfaction, and that's what you strive to obtain, is that you want your customers to be happy and you want them to know that they can depend on you guys to be there for them.
Absolutely. That's definitely one of our core values as a brand, and so we want to make sure that everyone is on the same page in that way, and that nobody, we want to make sure that our customers see us in that way, and that they feel comfortable and confident when they come to a sales meeting, that someone's going to be there to talk to them about what the issues that they're facing. So it's definitely important for us.
So do you feel like your customer satisfaction is at the rate that you want it to be at the level that you would like it to be at?
Oh, not at all. So our customer satisfaction is definitely down, and then in turn that makes our revenue not look as great as it could potentially be. You know, we're experiencing a lot of growth, but at the same time it's not as good as it could be. We're not experiencing the revenue that I would like us to be at, that I know that we could be at.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I could see how not having the relationships with your customers could impact the revenue and the growth of your company. Also, the time that's spent putting in the information, how are you currently, for your CRM system that you're currently using, how do you input the information?
So a lot of our salespeople just do it manually. Most of them do it manually. It doesn't automatically update, which is very frustrating because that really does lead to a lot of that miscommunication and the information that isn't correct because there is human error in that. And so a lot of times they'll type an 8 when they meant to type a 4.
Yeah.
So it just can create some issues there.
Yeah. So when we're talking about time and everything. So how much time would you say is wasted using the CRM system, or just not used to its full potential?
Oh, an immense amount of time. Is like uncalculable. I think that, you know, when you think about it, time is money, and so the amount of time that they've wasted and just trying to maneuver through the different system and all the different details, it creates a lot of money that could be saved.
Yes, I can see that. So we were talking about the communication within the sales department. So, and we've also touched on the communication between the marketing department and the sales department. Could you tell me what's happening right now between the two? Is there any communication, and if so, what is it like?
Communication is definitely not as good as I would like it to be. So the marketing department and the sales team almost act as separate units currently, because with the CRM they both kind of focus on different sections. So there isn't that really integration that I would like there to be. Marketing and sales don't really know what's going on with each other, and they are so intertwined. They should be in a business because one really does impact the other.
Yes.
So that's been a really big issue for us, is that marketing doesn't know, if sales is doing something, and sales doesn't know what marketing is putting forth out into the public, and then everyone just seems, a client will come to you and have questions, and one doesn't know about the other, and it's just creating a lot of unnecessary confusion.
So then that I would imagine your marketing department, they wouldn't know the trends that are happening, and are they up to date, or would you say that they're lagging, or they just are just
they're
not
definitely
sure?
lagging.
Okay.
They're lagging. Our CRM system that we have currently doesn't really track the trends very well, and so any kind of client trend that's going on, profit, growth, anything like that, it's not able to track. And so we're not able to really stay on top of what's kind of in at that moment, and we can't really keep on top of our own growth, which has been difficult.
Yes, I can see. So from the things that we've talked about, you're currently losing time with inputting the data, and you're losing customers with the wrong data, and just a lack of communication within the department. So from the calculations I've done, from the information I've received over the past few weeks with our emailing, I have come up with a number of $2 million is what is being lost right now due to those issues. Do you think that's accurate, or?
Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly, which is so embarrassing on my part, but it sounds right, yeah.
Okay, so the more that we've talked about this, the more that I think that Salesforce is what would be the best for your company. We allow different departments to communicate with one another. We allow an easy system that anyone could use after the proper training. And I just think it would be very beneficial for your company right now. Would you mind if I show you a demonstration?
Yeah, I would absolutely love that, for sure.
I'm going to come over there if that's okay.
Please do. I can't wait to actually see the product and see what it's like to go through.
This is my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh wow, it's beautiful.
Yes, so as you can see, everything is laid out simply. So everything's divided by the tabs, and you'll be able to track your sales. You'll be able to track the profits that receive. So let's see.
That looks great. I love how everything is so organized and detailed. Like you can clearly see, based on the tabs, what's going, even color coordinated. Like that looks great.
Yeah, so the different tabs, there's a view for the salespeople. There's also a view for the marketing department. And then as the head of this, you would be able to see all of it. and you'll be able to control what everyone is able to see. So let's see, if you just want to take over.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So I know, I'll just show you one of the most beneficial things I think for you as of right now. If you click right here, you're able to schedule appointments. So that'll be easy for your representatives to keep track of it. And then, so all you do is just click that, and then you're able to input the information. So where you're meeting, who the customer is, if the customer already doesn't exist, and then you're just able to set the date and the time, and then it's just there.
Oh, awesome.
So your salespeople will be able to see that, the one who makes the appointment, and you will also be able to see it as the head of the sales department.
Perfect.
So you're able to know where your salespeople are and just
where they're supposed to be.
Yes, and hope that they're like making use of their time, valuable use. Yeah.
That looks like a really great feature.
And then you also spoke about the manual entry that you're doing. So as you saw, like this is just easier to put the information in, and it's also up to date, and so it's really nice. And then even when people are traveling and they don't have their computer, or they just happen to forget it that one day, they're able to pull out their phone because we have an app, which...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't have the app right now, but if you pull it out, it's easy to use, and it's made for an app. So it's not one of these confusing websites where you have to click a million different things and zoom in and zoom out. So no matter where they are, like even on the go, they're able to keep up with all of it.
That would be so incredibly fantastic for my sales team, just because they travel around so much.
Yeah.
A lot of times I hear complaints about, I can't whip out my computer at that time, and that's why I didn't, make the appointment or something like that. So that would be a really great feature.
So no more excuses. Yeah, so, I mean, I was able to show you a few things, and you're able to get some hands-on experience, but we also offer that on a larger scale. So if you do decide to purchase Salesforce, I am able to make a schedule and come out to your company and actually train them hands-on. We can tailor the presentation to what you need and like what you think will be most beneficial, and we'll just present it. And yeah,
that sounds perfect. I'm not a very computer savvy person, just in general, so I feel like that would be really great for people like me and some of my sales team, I'm sure, that might have a little bit of issues with the technology side. That would be great.
So even if it's not clear, we assign a person to keep in contact with you. So if you ever have any issues, you're able to reach out to them and ask them any questions and anything like that. And if you just want to give them more practice, we actually have a website called Trailheads, which is attached, and it just allows your sales reps to, on their own time or like during work or whatever, just have a little fun activity, and they can just learn more about Salesforce, just to use it to its full potential.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's a really great feature. I'm sure they would absolutely love that in case they had any questions or had any issues.
Yeah, so does that look okay? Do you have any more questions about the interface or anything?
It looks great. That's kind of the problem. It looks very nice, and I'm just a little uncertain about the cost. How much is it going to cost?
Oh, I knew that question was going to come. So I've actually done some calculations for you. So if you look here, the average cost for the plan that I think would be best suited for your company is $300. You are a large company, and $300 per person, per month. Let me rephrase that. So you're a large company, so I think this tier would be the best for your company. And so if you have 99 employees, like you said, that would bring up $29,700 a month. So annually, you're looking around $356,000. How do we feel about that number?
That's large. That's a large number.
Yes.
So that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But.
No, I agree. It does seem like a large amount right now, especially for your company. But if you think about it, we did mention the $2 million that you are losing just from the lack of communication and the lack of valuable time and time being used efficiently, and the lack of communication between the different departments. So you might even be losing more than $2 million, but if you just look at that and subtract the amount, you're still gaining over $1 million per year, which I think is a large number.
Yeah, when you lay it out like that, it actually makes a lot of sense. I can kind of see how beneficial it would be.
Yes, and if that doesn't convince you, we have some statistics on the website that you can see. There's actually one customer I worked with recently who she was having some same issues and was experiencing like lagging in certain departments. So she actually increased her orders by 30%, and her revenue also increased from those orders.
Wow. Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
That could happen for this situation.
Yeah, so if you like what you see, I actually have a standard contract that I bring
Oh,
if you want to look at it.
Yeah, this looks great. Okay. So I'm actually not the final decision maker on this topic. So my boss is actually going to be flying in next week. So I would love to meet again if that works for you, where he can actually attend the meeting.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Next week works for me. Are you available for lunch one day? Maybe.
Yeah, let me look at my calendar. Tuesday would be great if that works for you.
Tuesday for lunch, yes. And is there anything I need to tailor for the presentation, or?
No, everything, if you could lay it out just exactly like this, then it would be perfect. I think
Okay.
you would really enjoy it.
Great. Well, I'm excited for that and excited to meet him. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It was such a pleasure to meet with you again.
You too.